Today, we're going to be taking a look at Wild Hunt Frost. The reason for this is because I wanted to try out Laura in her deck. So, Laura, we're not going to talk too much about her just because I could not get Laura to be good in Wild Hunt. It just doesn't fit her very well, right? She goes with a swarmy deck, something like Arrakis, that just spawns a bunch of things, and she, as much as I tried, she just wasn't good enough in Wild Hunt Frost. So unfortunately, we're going to have to relegate her back to Tatterwing, where her power doesn't matter. So, unfortunate as that is, we're still going to be doing a Frost deck, just because I have not done a Frost deck in a long time. And it's one of the Devotion decks. I just like Devotion decks. So, let's get into it. What are we playing? We're playing White Frost, obviously. We have the Crystal Skull. Tyrannalia is fantastic. It gives you that nice boost. It gives you the Frost carryover. Spawn the Red Riders to give you Frost. Super strong. Then we have Alberon King. Yeah, we want to evolve him all the way to Conqueror. You can do Wild Hunt Riders with Conqueror and just try and play 3 Riders off of it. We're not going to do that. Then we have the Aridin. So Aridin is just good value card, high tempo. If you have Dominance, it really helps your Frost out. He usually gets killed by the opponent. But that's okay, usually, because he's usually at 8 power. He is at 8 power when you play, unless you misplay most of the time. So if they hit him with the removal card, usually it's a gold removal. Him getting locked is a little worse, but not much you can do about that. Then we have the Naglfar. This is our consistency card. We don't have that much consistency in here. We have a couple. We thin a card there. We thin a card, we get this. And then we have Gales. So it's not the worst thing, but this just helps. Emulous Wrath is our just destroy a card, because we can always put Frost on a row if we want to. The only time this doesn't work is if they're behind a defender. Then we have the Ard Gaith, so spawns Frost on both enemy rows. This is worth 12 points, and it just chips down at their cards over time. Pretty good, and the fact that it has Echo is nice. Ard Gaith really helps with the Foglets in particular. Then we are playing a bit of control in Lord Riptide and Toad Prince. This is where I was playing Laura before, was we didn't have the Lord Riptide and Toad Prince. We had to cut our control for Laura. That just did not work out. So, definitely keeping Lord Riptide and Toad Prince in here. Toad Prince is a lot easier to trigger than it might seem at first, just because the Frost will chip things down into his consume range if they aren't already there. And there's one more card I want to mention here, is instead of these two, or potentially instead of Toad Prince and something else, is you can always play Unseen Elder, just because we're playing Devotion. And he's a good Devotion card. I don't think it's worth it, necessarily, but I have seen some people doing it. I wanted to mention it. But we're not going to. We have our Winter Queen. She thins herself out of the deck, which is really good. Sometimes I want to hold her thinning ability for a later round, but I usually just don't bother. Occasionally, if you need a really powerful one, against Keltalus, sometimes it's good to Winter Queen round 2. Winter Queen round 2... Just spam out all of your Frost and then play this. I've seen a bunch of Keltalus. That's usually a decent way, but they always kill it anyway. So it's something you can try. Toad Prince, we got our Gales. He's our consistency dude. Since we're playing Devotion, he plays any Wild Hunt special from our deck. Well, he plays any Wild Hunt special since we're playing Devotion. It's any Wild Hunt card. So we can find what we need with that. Worth noting, you can actually get the Naglfar, because that is a Wild Hunt card off this if you really need to. For example, if you need Riptide, Lord Riptide is not a Wild Hunt card, so the only way to tutor is to Gales into Naglfar into Lord Riptide. Same thing with Toad Prince. Then we have our Golden Child, just big tempo slam. A lot of the time, I just drop this guy at the beginning of round 2 if we're going for a tempo push, as we accidentally remove him from our deck. But yeah, sometimes we just drop him at the beginning of round 2 as a tempo push. It's a play you can do, because White Frost really likes tempo. Then we have the 2 Ancient Foglets. These are just basically huge engine cars as we keep going Frost. 2 Red Riders. Set up the Frost. Sometimes we want the deploy ability. The deploy ability is really good if you're taking damage on something. Say they're playing bombs, they bomb your Bruiser down to 1 point or something. Just replay it. Cruise engines add up, and then we're going to make a quick change here. We want to go 1 Conqueror, and then add in the Purify one. Where is our lovely Taskmaster? Yeah. So, we have 1 Conqueror, 1 Taskmaster, 1 Warrior, 1 Navigator. Just a package of whichever ones you draw. They're decent. You used to play 2 Conquerors, but the points limit's not as important anymore. just because things have power crept. This is no longer the best point slam in the game. Fiend is arguably just better because usually it's an 8 for 4, but this is a Wild Hunt cards, and it doesn't have the chance of having -1 point. We can make it off of Oberon for a nice point slam later in the game, so we do play it. I tried to, and I think it's much better to have the Taskmaster. Originally I had the Taskmaster, then I cut it for Second Conqueror because it wasn't needing to Purify, but seen a bunch of Keltalis, so now we're going to do this again. And then we have like one of each, like I said. And Navigator, by the way, Navigator can be really, really good. Especially in like a round, say in round, like a short round 3, if you have carryover from your Tyrannolia and the Frost and play the Red Riders, you can go with a Navigator for like 10 or so. It's pretty good. And then the 2 Aristocrats, just you open with them and it's really good. That's why I play Crystal Skull. You want to Crystal Skull these guys, girls I should say. And then you get a bunch of Frost out. So that's the deck. I think it's a pretty good deck. It's not top tier, I don't think, but Wild Hunt Frost is always like pretty good. And having the movement helps against a lot of stuff. Like you can move around annoying Reavers and stuff. But that is the deck. Let's go check it out in some games. Hopefully it works pretty well. Going up against, it looks like going to be Precision Strike. Probably Dragon Bombs. That's pretty popular. Carrying out their Golden Child won't be the best against that. Warrior will be pretty good though. We still want to find an Aristocrat if we can. This won't do well because it's an engine, so it'll probably just die. That is the worst card to draw, but we can always get it out later. If this guy does look like he's going to end up taking round 1. This could just be the Elf mid-range Precision Strike deck. That's a possibility too. It's a possibility. This is going to spawn tokens on this row. He probably goes Waylay next turn, so we could go Foglet move. This will be at 6. He could Waylay and have to... He couldn't use all 3 leaders on it, so we could just go Foglet here. I like going Foglet here, I think. Actually play it melee, so the Bowman can't hit it as hard. This should be hard for him to remove, because he doesn't want to use 3 Precision Strikes. Because then he spawns the Broccolon thing, and it's all messed up. This is the best time we have to play the Foglet. Then we can go in with Ardgaith or Red Riders next. There's the Vanadane. What if we boost the Vanadane? The thing is, if we go he knows we have Winter Queen in our hand here. If we play Ardgaith. This is probably not a heist deck. However, if it's elves, the best thing to hit might just be this Vanadane, so he doesn't take round 1. And then we can use this round 2 tempo. I think we Imler's Wrath here. Then we Ardgaith. 3 here plus 3 is 6. I guess that would be fine for him, but we'll play it. He now knows we have the Winter Queen in our hand, but we need the Frost, and we'll try and get our Aridin out there too. Can't kill this. Let's get our Aridin out. Aridin does really well against these Deadeyes because it starts killing the ones in the ranged row. We can get ahead on even. If he's playing Scorch or something, we have 2 8s now, which is pretty sad, but... Did have the second Waylay in his hand from the Vanadane. Lose our Aridin. Not great. We don't have to win on even, we just need to force out the sim loss. I think it's worth killing the elf over the sentinel just because of potential synergies. Could have gone for this, but then it hits it down too low. Alright, that's interesting to see here. Didn't expect it, but I haven't played against too many of these decks.
I
This is a really good one to get. We do have a very large Caranther Golden Child we could go in with. But I think Red Riders makes a lot of sense for the replay. And I think we kill this too. We do have Tyrannolia, which will give us a bit of carryover. He's going to go for the kill there. We do have Golden Child. I'm not sure how I feel about Golden Child right now, knowing it's a tall removal. Let's just go with a Bruiser. Something back there so we know this Frost will hit more. We're up by 1 right now, so we can play Tyrannolia for some carryover. This is time for Alyssa. He's in Prepare. Oh, there is the Curse of Corruption. The fact that he went there means we could Golden Child. That would be very strong here. He's going to force out... I should have been ranged. He's going to force out like a Heat Wave or something. Yep, exactly. The Heat Wave comes out. Let's drop our Tyrannolia. We have Winter Queen, which we want to hold on to. This gives +8, gets to 14. So we'll do this. This gets us to 14 here. We don't want to play Winter Queen, so to avoid playing Winter Queen, we need him to take Frost on both rows, which means we have to move something with this. So we'll move something with this. Then he'll take 4. Now, if this is like Simloss or something, he'll have to pass uneven. This should be like one of his... Like, if this is Simloss, we should force a pass uneven. If he does get to play here, yeah, that's going to be Simloss then. And we can force that out, hopefully, next round. We got our Winter Queen out, too. We can end with Winter Queen, potentially. Although he'll give them a chance to hit it with Simloss. That back. That back. This is a melee, ranged, Frost, and spawns Red Riders. Might want the Red Riders on this Bruiser. Let's go in here with this guy. See what he wants to do. We should be able to force out the Simloss. And he has to Alyssa still, too. We know he's the Oneiromancy. You know, Oneiromancy, Alyssa, Simloss. But we have to force that out because we don't want to play against it round 3. It doesn't look like a Synthesis Blaze deck. That's fair enough. I think we'll just go Oberon here. Or we can play the Ardgaith. Let's go Red Riders. I don't think we're going to use the Red Riders for deploy. Well, do we want to... I guess we do the Ardgaith. He gets the Winter Queen out, so we could kill the Winter Queen, but he has not Alyssa'd yet. There's the Alyssa right there. Guarantee that's what that is. He's on double tall removal already. Curious if he goes for the Vial. If he goes for the Vial, we might replay the Bruiser. But Oberon has a chance here to spawn. It's not from our starting deck. So the chance of him actually getting exactly Navigator is pretty low. I think we go for the Bruiser. Simloss has to kill this queen, and then we still have our Oberon for round 3.
May your sword and arm be one.
Now, here's the question: does he have 5 or 6 or 4 or 5 Waylays? He has 4 Waylays in his deck, and this is Simloss, right? It's Simloss or Oneiromancy, because I think he played the Alyssa out of his hand. I think if it's Oneiromancy, he could go Oneiromancy, try to get not Simloss, draw Simloss. But we still have Winter Queen's carryover. Can we? We can't 2-0 because of Sim loss, but Winter Queen gets plus 12, so he has to. Yeah, he has to Sim loss because we have Winter Queen still. But the Sim loss could kill the Winter Queen, so we can't 2-0 him. Because Winter Queen's one we've both passed. So this has to be Sim loss, and we still have Oberon for round 3. We should be good. So I don't think he'll have a round 3 tempo play left. Guess he only needs one Waylay and the Swordmaster to kill the Winter Queen. Yep, there's the Sim loss. I guess technically if he's playing Bowman, he could have gone Bowman because it's 3 damage plus the 1 on his melee guy is 4, but that's not enough tempo, I don't think. At least we're up a card with Oberon Conqueror, so we should be able to do this. Theoretically. Toad Prince should be good. He shouldn't... Yeah, this hand's looking pretty good, other than you. We don't have much Frost. I think I'll put you back, too. Whatever. This is fine. This hand is fine. This will be able to eat something for sure, because he's playing Deadeyes. This will be able to, like, hit a Vernalciel, maybe, for good value. Then we have Oberon. I mean, we just Toad Prince that. We should be, like... I don't see how he can win this. And he just gives up right there.
For you, my friend, always.
Going up against Blaze of Glory, probably raids. Apparently every Skellige deck is a raid deck. Not sure what's up with that. There were like a whole bunch of mid-rangey ones last patch. We'll see. Do we want to keep this for tier, potentially, if he's playing tier? I think we should. Yeah, we will. Put this back. It's going to be really hard to get any kind of tempo here. We have no interruption for that either. We have the Frost and then consume with Toad Prince, I think. Yeah, I'm observing the Master in action. What we got? Nothing, okay. Very masterful play. I must say so myself. I think we just go for our 4 Frost Red Riders. Against Rage, you can always just not play cards round 3. It's a decent option. If you're not playing cards, have good value. The thing is, like, Frost is okay. But I don't think we have enough to actually just not play units round 3. Oh yeah, there he is. So we need to Toad Prince to stop this boosting. If it keeps boosting, we will lose the game. To like tier round 3. We can't let him have tier round 3, because we don't have a way to kill tier. Other than Emulous Wrath. If we do that, we can't kill a thing to return to his hand. We need him to Resilience tier, I think. That's got to be our plan. Alright, here's the thing. Do we actually want to get our Winter Queen out of the deck? I don't know. Well, I know the answer is I don't want to get her out of the deck, but I think we should. Here's the thing. If we get her out of the deck, the problem with that is he kills her. Whereas if we can get her on last say somehow, she provides a lot of threat. The problem with trying to do that is it won't work because we don't like frost stuff. So I think we just have to play into it. Just let him start killing things. Be happy. This is going to die, but if, on the off chance it somehow doesn't, we can play Artigath. Yeah, there it is. So now we just go in with the Frost here. He's going to kill the Winter Queen, but whatever. He should actually have trouble with his own point generation unless he's playing Primal Savageries here, and I like to save the Primal Savageries. Oh, we're playing Teleport Raids. I love this deck, by the way. It's really fun. Really fun. She did live. I guess we could Red Riders. Yeah, Red Riders is good here. So it's not a Red Riders. Let's do 2 on each. Or do 2 on 1, and then we will bring back... Oh, we should have used an order to move first. That's okay. So we could have put something on the other row. I think we'll just leave it. Lost 2 points of damage there. Maybe we should have leadered after we messed that up, just so we can bruise or something to a frost row, because we might have to do this anyway. Nah, it's fine. Primal Savagery, there it is. So in this situation, we have to use a leader charge, so we should have done it last turn. We lost our dominance, we can't move with her. Should win on even, though. Unless he iced. Like, if he plays the iced, I mean, what are you going to do? Our problem is we can't beat the iced short card round 3, and we can't beat the tier round 3. So we have to get those both out this round. And I struggle to see how to do that. Although he can't be playing Champion's Charge because he's playing Blaze of Glory. So if we could get our Golden Child maybe to start the round with, that would probably be our best bet. How many golds are in our deck? Yeah, we have the Golden Child, right? Oh, did we play him? I'm just like blind. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's in our deck. We have a lot of golds in our deck, so we should do a redraw. Oh, Wrath could be good here. Wrath's good. I guess we could rely on Wrath over the Taskmaster, although we should try and redraw. Okay. It's about what I expected to happen. See, is there anything bad? What would be the worst combination we could get? We need Golden Child or Gale's Works. That's 3 out of 5. This would be really bad. Like this would be bad. Although this isn't bad necessarily. I guess we should play a card first before we naggle far, just in case. Let's do this one. He's going to want like Fukusha or something to revive a raid guy, a warlord, before he starts playing more raids, I think. Okay, he doesn't. He just wants to do that. Whatever. We'll just do this. Just not play a unit and then just play the giant foglet. It's going to be teleportation. Wait, it can't be teleportation. It's Freya's Blessing, right? We're going for like the teleportation. What was that? Guess he didn't get good choices. This is a +9, so this really plays into the Blaze of Glory if we do it. Could go for a leader move. Alright, let's see if he does the Blaze of Glory here. He could tier instead. Either of those is not bad, not a bad outcome. But really want them both gone, which is where it gets really hard. This would be really tempting tier though, right? Even though you almost always want tier round 3, it's a reset and a kill. So it's going to be the iced. Yeah, we knew it would be one of these. That's fine. No devotion on the ice. He's probably playing discard like Burna or something here. Golden Child's getting kind of small. Let's just do this. And then I guess we'll go Oberon. Let's see if he's got the discard package stuff. No. Right now we go here. Golden Child or Eridan would be very good. Honestly, we get... Let's see. We could go Gels. Let's go Gels. Let's thin our deck a card with this. Now, if we go Eridan, we kill off... Yeah. I want to do the Eridan. I want to kill off his stuff here. It kills the Iced, so that should deny him his tempo plays. He has to tier now. But there's not a great tier, and we have a Wrath. What's his play here? Tier will not cut it. Yeah, it's tier. It doesn't cut it. We'll take it. Oh, this could be difficult. Mahakam Forge and all the armor will be a pain because we'll get so much value against our Frost. We do have double Foglet, thankfully. Thing is, how do we force this guy? What's he want? He wants like a long round. We can't let this guy win round 1 because we need a short round 3 with last say Caranthier, I think. So it means we have to win round 1, bleed round 2. I think it means we might have to commit both Foglets. The thing is, we don't really have enough Frost here. We've got Eridan, Crew, Leader. That's all of our Frost. So we're going to have to rely on El Aristocrat to get more. Not liking this so far. So this kind of has to live, I think. The only good thing is we can consume Berserkers with a Toad Prince, so that's not that big a threat. But if he goes like Berserker or like the melee Axeman dude and then a Berserker, Pyrotechnician's going to be pretty annoying too. So now I think we are forced to just play some Frost, or we just consume this. I think we just consume it. Just consume it. We don't want to rush out the Frost. This gives us a Frost turn as long as we have Dominance too, which is important here. Another Pyrotechnician. Okay, he's getting a little less value now. But I think here we go Frost on everything. Well, we Frost both rows here, I think. So we go, we're going to Leader and we're going to do one of these. So I think we Leader. You. And then we have to put Frost out. We could also put out Frost via Nagelfar's Crew, but that plays into the Pyro more. I'd rather place a Point Slam card. Foglet plays into him too because he could hit it with this and the Skirmisher. So let's just play this. We've got Dominance. Let's throw this thing melee. Yeah, he's got a 50-50 hit something good with Pyro here. And he didn't, so that's nice. I mean, there's no way Winter Queen actually lives, but it's nice that it's here still. It'll make him think about it. Yeah, there we go. There's one of his cards. Now here we have to remove some stuff. Because the Winter Queen. I think we need Eridan here. We need a big tempo card to match that. And I think we move this guy ranged, so he loses his armor. We have to commit a lot here, but I think we need to. It's going to re-armor. We have Foglet time now. We want to get all this stuff out while we still have the Aristocrat. Because those extra turns are going to be really important. Now we just go Foglet, Foglet. Maybe Nagelfar's Crew. Should be... He's going to armor here. Makes sense. We take our Dominance away. But this will get it back when we play the Foglet. Okay, that's a strange choice. I guess he doesn't want the Fog hitting Zoltan Warrior. So we have the option of going Bruiser here instead then to mess up the barricade on you, but he can rearmor, so it's not important because the order is not melee locked. Move this instead. But the thing is he's rearmoring, so it's not that helpful. As long as we have dominance, this actually dies. Oh yeah, this dies to dominance, so we can't rearmor anything. In that case, I think we want to stop. We want to stop this then. Now he can't rearmor. Yeah. Denies him the order, so Eridan should hang out a little more. We're losing time on our foglets, which is a bit of a pain, but I want to keep Eridan alive. It's the extra value. Okay, he can rearmor with Minor. So we can either go for a Bruiser and make sure we kill this, or we can start playing our foglets. I think we'll start playing a foglet. Getting pretty far ahead now. Yep, there's a tempo play. He's going to rearmor his guy. We'll still keep our Eridan. That's an interesting one to rearmor. I don't want to play both foglets necessarily. I think we're fine just going here. We still know they're Bruiser. We could have Bruiser to dodge this, but I want this kind of ticking, I suppose. If he plays Bruiser, I guess we can pass. The thing is, Monroe into Zolan's company is really scary, obviously. And he always has, oh, there's Monroe right there. Okay. So we just have to worry about Bruiser now. Just have to worry about Bruiser. This is getting to a giant golden child, by the way. If he keeps playing here, he might be forced into, doing something with, he might be forced into doing something with his heat wave here. What if we move this so we can't transform it? Do I like that? I think I do. So what we'll do here is we'll move this guy, stopping its pinging, and then this will die to the frost, and we can't transform it anymore. This foglet's still in our hand. I'm curious how much more he wants to go for here. Okay, we can go for the foglet. It's a 5. We get a point here. He does 1 ping here. That would be a draw. I think we just throw down Golden Child. Round control is more important than anything else here. It's just going to keep getting smaller, too. Gives us the round control. Obviously, if we had him at the start of round 2, this would be way better, but we'll take it. We just need to force out the Bruiser, I think. It'll be okay. He used a ton of provisions there. He does have the Resilience Zoltan, but we might be able to purify that. This hand is not amazing. We have so many golds in our deck still. We kind of want these two. This is really good here too. Well, this is an interesting hand, to be sure. Do 4 turns, so it cools down slower, like loses less per turn for Foglet. We need to see if we can force out the company or the Bruiser. We can force either of those out. If we force either of those out, we should be okay to use the Wrath on something else. Let's just drop the Foglet here. He has a bit of resilience now on the pass. That's going to play into this row. see what he's going to do. If we can force the Brewer or the Company, we don't need this on Brewer then. Which means we're allowed to use it this round. We force the Brewer. That's very good. And he's going to use the Resilience Order. Fantastic. This is what we want. Perfect. Now we just need to draw into some good cards. So most of our deck is good cards. We should be able to do that. Really want Lord Riptide and Oberon. Would be the best. Generally, it would be pretty good too. But I'm really looking for Oberon here. Gels to find him also be good. There's Gels. Don't think we have enough Frost to really make this good. Same with this. Got an Aristocrat. Not ideal. We might have to use this for the dominance effect, or just for the damage effect without the Frost. But we'll see. He still has Zoltan's Company and Zoltan with the spawning Eudora, which is a bit problematic if our hand's this bad, but maybe we can make it work. We'd really like to see something that makes Frost off of Oberon. So what I think we do is we go here, we go Oberon. Oberon picks something from a starting deck. We pick this to get Frost. And then we throw down this and this. Sounds good to me. Let's play this first. He's no Brewer, no Monroe, but he still has Zoltan and maybe something else decent. Probably the guard. Like he'll finish with the guard maybe. I'm not sure we have enough points to win here. Oh, he's playing Simloss. Okay, we lost. It was a good game, but that's this version we can't beat now. But we'll just play our cards anyway. Go Gels here. Go for Oberon. We have to pick this because without the Frost, we literally can't do anything. We have Aristocrat though and Dominant, so I guess we could technically pick this instead for like a tiny bit being better. What's the tallest thing? I guess this. We'll have the Wrath next turn. Okay, I guess we can Wrath that. But he's going to win here because this is probably a guard. Or he's going to with this. No Eudora, though. Like I said at the start, though, this would be a hard matchup. We tried to play it, but the Simloss Workshop, we're not counting on that. I haven't seen that very often. Alright, so it looks like we have two Devotion decks facing off against each other. This could be... this could be difficult depending on who goes first. Going first is a big difference in this matchup. This is just going to be Symbiosis, I think. We cannot let him have long round, but we also don't have a way to stop his first round with the Aquan. So that's going to be an issue, I think. Yeah, we can't kill Aquan here. There's no way we just power through it. So I think this is going to be... I don't know. It depends how he plays it. Because he goes Aquan here. Wait a minute. He's playing 26 cards. Something stupid's going on. Something stupid's going on. He has a 26 card deck. What is it? Is it Aquan Renfree? That makes no sense because this is only for nature. I don't know. Don't you love when people play really dumb things? Because I do. Anyway. We could try and just start engineering really fast. We also just don't have a Foglet. Foglet would be like the important card here. It's a Rebuke. No surprise. He rebuked there. Maybe he can't kill our Winter Queen. I mean, he definitely can kill the Winter Queen, but we'll go with the Red Riders anyway. Because maybe if he doesn't kill it here, we can hit it with Tyrannalia, but I'm guessing he can. Although he did play a Rebuke. I don't think I would keep 2 Rebukes in my opening hand. Okay, what are we getting? Tyrannalia is looking very good. This can do 3 damage. It's fine.
Death awaits us all.
We're going to need to Naglfar this round, I think, if we want to win it. We can also Toad Prince next turn, which helps quite a bit. So we can Toad Prince the Aquin now. We're not as far behind as I thought we would be at this point. Thinking about when we want a leader, we might need just a tempo leader. That is Veil, so it can't get boosted, so that did not work. Okay, yep, Toad Prince time. Do we want to pressure here? I think we'll push this melee. We were technically ahead with Winter Queen there, but I want to threaten to kill this. It's now in bruiser range, but if he purifies it to boost it, we can then kill it, because it won't have the infused anymore, so it won't matter. Okay, here's the Tempest. He's gonna have to use the Order on this, which is nice for us. He's got his Fog going. I think we need to Gels or Naglfar. I think this round will keep going a little bit. The thing is, if we go for Naglfar, we've what? This choice, this choice, this choice. These 3 are good. This looks like a nice time for a Naglfar rather than Gels. We'll take this one. This will do 6 damage. Not really applying pressure on even anymore, but I guess it's a tie, right? Because we get 2 on Winter Queen. But he will not want us to have the round control option. And we can always just pass for a round 2 where we won't have the 3rd stage of Ethne. That would be good. Yeah, I think if we take a tie round 1 here. He offers it. Although it's a long round, maybe we don't still. We do have carryover. Yeah, okay. I was just thinking. I don't think he would actually pass there, but I was thinking if he did, what we would do. Okay, so this is going to get extremely large. Now we want a Gels, I'm pretty sure. And we're running out of Frost, so I think it is an Ardgaith. Not threatens a really big Winter Queen again. Hypothetically, he could bring, like, go for Force Protector on the Rebuke here. I think he will, if he has it. Yeah, he will. That's fine. We still threaten this extremely large Golden Child. It's really unfortunate we don't have a Foglet. It's very unfortunate we do not have a Foglet. We do have this. Like, this should be a Devotion deck, except for these. Like, we know it's not. Like, we know it's not a Devotion deck. The question is, how many Natures is he playing? We don't know, which makes it scary. So I think we'll just do this. Let's get rid of this card. He can get away with a pass here now. Again, I don't think he'll want to, but he might realize that we're going to win the round at this point. I'm just trying to figure out if it's Devotion or not. Or not Devotion. We know it's not Devotion. I'm trying to figure out how many Natures he's playing, because if he's playing only Natures, then we have a pretty solid option just to open with this. Well, that's going to be pretty good for him. That means we want to hold this, because we need to move this guy melee, or move him back to that row later. I think this is the correct time to drop this. He might just remove it, but we'll see. You're going to need to move his guy again next turn. We have to move this guy back to range so he doesn't get a whole bunch of value. But we have 2 more movements. If he has a tall removal though, we're kind of done for the round, which is unfortunate. That's not what we wanted to happen. But Gezeros is going to do... Did I call him Gels? We played Gels. That's Gezeros. Gezeros is going to do a lot here. But we can move it. Okay, how many natures? He's got 10 natures. Okay, if he's 10 natures, that means he has 1 non-nature in... whereas Tempest is a nature. Okay, interesting. He's at 10. I think it's doomed now, right? So we don't have to worry about it coming back. I think it's capped at 10, right? No, it's not capped. It's doomed. Okay. We do need to move. I think we just do this for the movement. Don't want to play Alberon. But I think we just pass here. Not pass, we just do this. This does 1 damage now. And he can't play Great Oak or something ranged. Which Gezeros always makes me think they're going to have the Great Oak too. Okay, what are we doing? Simloss? We're going to go Simloss. We're going to probably play our Alberon here. Winning is very important. Simloss for double something. For 1 of these, okay. Maybe we should have leadered. So we have carryover still. Yeah, we just throw it on the Alberon. It's worth it.
This is both a beginning and an end.
A pleasure doing business with you, madame.
We pressure this round. It's not devotions. There's no ethne, like no 3rd tier ethne. I guess the scary cards. I guess you could have Triss. The thing with Triss is like the create, and there's so many bronzes. Okay, I don't think we need the Ardgaith here actually. This hand, don't think we need the extra turns on you. All right, now this looks pretty good. Let's go for the 4. We're doing the 4 because we had the leader charge. Just put them on the other row.
War will be our downfall.
He's going to probably boost that, then we Riptide it. We should, like, kind of win the game. His last card has to be a special because of he's playing this. So we just Emolith whatever this is, and I guess we can't get them both. Can't get them both, but we should be fine. Do we need to use this leader charge? We can just do this. The thing is, we can't. I guess we kill this. He has no units. We should just do it. And then this is his boost special. He's just dead. Whatever. He has no units. So that's the deck. I don't think there's much to say about it. Like, this is Wild Hunt Frost. If you take a look here, you go like Wild Hunt. This doesn't go in the deck. This doesn't, like, these 4 don't fit in the deck well. Mithril, like, sort of, but not really. And the rest of the deck's pretty much the same, so. It's playing 1-ofs. There's not too much to it. Like, this is probably what something very similar. This is what you're going to be playing Wild Hunt. I guess the difference is maybe you play Riders, but there's not much to say about the deck building here. But as far as the deck goes, it's pretty, it's the same. It's like pretty good. It's not amazing. It's not bad. It's like pretty good. And it has some decent matchups, but hopefully show that today. It's become more of an engine-y deck than it used to be with the Point Slam, thanks to stuff like Aridin and how long the Frost takes to get value. So even though it used to me at least, used to be more of a Point Slam deck, but now It's got some good engines in it, and the Frost is basically engine. If the opponent doesn't have units, it's not doing anything, so. We don't like no unit decks, unfortunately. It seems those are popular right now. Got a whole bunch of Calculus, got a whole bunch of Nilfgaard bombs, Precision Strike bombs, Precision Strike Waylay. We didn't play that many during the video, but I've seen a lot of them right now, so. What are you gonna do? Anyway. I do like the deck. I like Wild Hunt Frost. I think it's kind of like what a deck should be, right? It's pretty good. It's got a strong theme to it with all the Frost. I like it. I don't know what else to say about it. I like it. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Not too much to talk about in the deck building, but hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.